Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones, Episode 2 of Season 8, The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Brienne of Tarth gets knighted by Jaime Lannister. Holy shit, this is gonna hit the fan. Oh my god, the war's coming.
Sex.
People are screwing, or at least two people are.
Who's screwing?
Who's screwing? Hey guys, it's the Fake Nerds Watch, where myself, Ben Magnet, Sparkz Witty, and Ryan James Eliopoulos. We are back to talk about episode 2 of season 8, the final season of Game of Thrones, Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yes. So remember, I said, hey, I hope it's not another setup episode.
Yeah.
Now, I would argue this was a setup episode, but I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
There's 4 more episodes, and this is what I was scared about.
Yeah.
Because I'm not mad that this happened,
Right.
but man, there's not a lot of real estate left for the show.
Sure.
Yeah.
Shit's got to get done, you guys.
Yeah.
But this was an awesome episode. Honestly, one of my favorites. Just because of all the people hanging out, getting drunk. So many reunions, like doubly reunioning, and especially like Jaime and Brienne. Like that's the thing of this episode, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's some good shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. So, the intro is different.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's
telling a story.
Further showing
the
how
blue
far
tiles.
they moved.
The blue tiles have covered Last Hearth,
Yes.
so Last Hearth is gone.
Goodbye.
It's taken over by the Night
We saw the
Kingdoms.
Umbers screaming babies.
Umbers are dead.
Yep.
They're gone. There's no more Umbers anymore. And
No more Umber here.
Yep. Tormund Giantsbane and Beric Dondarrion and the rest of the one dude whose name I can't remember from.
Does
the last
anyone
watch.
remember that poor guy's name?
I don't know. I know who he is.
Yeah,
But I can't.
the guy who
remember
looks
his name.
older than everyone
Turning
else.
to the Googs.
Yeah, so we're gonna turn
Google.
to the Googs. That poor. He's the one character's name I don't remember.
Yeah, but they make it back to Winterfell, and they tell John, they tell Daenerys, they tell everyone, it's like, hey, these guys are coming tomorrow morning, like dawn. So we gotta get
we had to
ready.
go around them to make it back here. So that
Edison Tollett.
What's his name?
Edison Tollett.
Is that his real name or is that the character's
That's
name?
the character's name.
Okay,
Is his name Ed? Do they call him Ed?
probably.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Ed. That sounds right. Sorry,
Yeah,
sir.
It's usually Ed.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, so shit's going down.
Yes.
And I think this is jumping a little later, but I really just want to bring it up because it's what
sure.
I'm most interested in is Dany and Jon.
Yeah.
Because he got revealed that she's your hey auntie,
not just that. Samuel is like, dude, you're the king of the bloody Seven Kingdoms.
Sure.
It's like this whole
I don't
time
want it.
we were talking about this whole time. My girlfriend and I were talking about it last night. It's like where Jon Snow's like, I don't want to be Lord Commander. You're the Lord Commander. I don't want to be King of the North. You're King of the North. I don't want to be King of the Seven Kingdoms. You're King of the Seven Kingdoms. What the fuck did I just say?
Yeah. That poor boy just gets responsibility thrusted on him. He don't want it.
He don't want it.
He just wants to be a sweet boy.
Like, I wanted him so badly to look at Dany in the eyes, where she's like, "If this is true, then you're the last male heir. You're the true king of the Seven Kingdoms." And I'm just like,
and of course,
say you don't want it. You don't want it.
This is a very
right before we hear the.
Oh wow, the plot horns.
Yeah, the plot horns.
Yeah, the situation could easily be fixed, but of course,
It's like,
you gotta have a big battle first, I guess.
Yeah,
Not only that, John's giving her cold shoulder up to that point in the episode.
And you don't be doing that, John.
No.
That's sending bad signals.
It's like, now, and she straight up even, Daenerys has a nice little conversation with Sansa.
Yeah,
And
like a real human moment.
Yeah, like straight up tells him, like, yeah, I love your brother. I'm low with him. You're right.
Nice.
And then the second is like, yeah, but what about the North? It's like,
same exact situation. What about the North? And it's like, oh nope, we got interrupted. It's like simply just say like, the North is its own entity.
yeah, but then Daenerys will
Like
be king
secondary under the Queen.
Yeah, but then the North will be then it will be Daenerys will be queen of the Six Kingdoms.
I understand that Dany doesn't know this, but it's been well established that it's too hard to control the North from the King's Landing anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you can't rule it. So
No.
why
Because
even...
for Game of Thrones history, the Seven Kingdoms were 7 different countries, and then a Targaryen brought them together, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Aegon the Conqueror.
Yeah, so the North was doing just fine.
Yeah.
Everyone else seemed to be doing just fine until they got conquered.
Well, actually, the King of the North, the Stark, whose first name I can't remember, he bent the knee. He was known as the king who knelt.
Oh, okay.
Because he knew that he saw the dragons. He was like, nah.
Yeah, I don't want to die.
Everyone else was dying and fighting and stuff. They were like ready to go to war. And he was like, yeah, let's not.
You can't fight dragons.
Dragons?
Yeah.
So this episode starts off right off the bat with what I like to call the trial of Jaime Lannister.
It's not even a trial.
Well, it's more like, hey, Jimmy, you suck. No, I know I suck, but here's why I don't suck. Yeah, okay.
It's like,
It's
like, I suck, but don't kill me yet.
Yeah, it more or less went the way we kind of thought it would last week.
They're not going to kill him.
I don't think this is going to be the focus of the episode, and in fact, it wasn't. It was resolved in relatively 5 minutes.
I will say, though, like, a lot of shit, like, got mentioned in a short amount of time. Like, hey, remember when you pushed Bran out of the tree? Hey, remember when you killed my father? Hey, you remember when you did all this stuff? And
the
Jaime's
things
just
we
like,
do for love.
And Jaime's just, the things...
Freaking Bran! He's just sitting there like, he's like,
what a little creep.
the things we do for love.
But,
go ahead,
sorry.
And then Jaime's just like staring at him, like, oh.
Well, while we're talking about, real quick, that Bran. Two characters.
Wrong person.
He's like, hey, I'm sorry I pushed you out of that tree. And he's like, no, you're not. You weren't then, and I wouldn't be who I am now without it, and you wouldn't be who you were. So in a way, it's kind of good that you almost murdered me.
Yeah, without that, it'd still be Brandon Stark, and he's like, are you not?
Like, I don't know what I am anymore.
No.
Jaime is just like, that was actually a really good character moment between Jaime and Bran when they, over in the Godswood. And he's just like, why did you tell him? And he's like, you want to be murdered?
Yeah.
Do you want to die?
Yeah. Going back to the super fast trial, Jaime said something really awesome. He's like, listen, I did do all those bad things, and I would do them again because we were at war.
And I was fighting for my family.
Yeah, you would do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
There's like, I'm not gonna apologize for something that, you know, you would have done the same thing for. And I think that's really ballsy.
Oh, yeah.
And it just shows that, like, he was a bad guy, but now he's better. He's a good person.
Seasons 1 through 2,
but like,
I
it's
hated
questionable of is Jaime any worse than anybody else in this show?
Yeah, this show is very...
With the things that he'd do for his family. I think the only person who arguably might have a stronger moral compass than him is Jon.
Yeah.
It's everything he does out of loyalty to family.
Yeah. Even if they're atrocious.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
Cersei.
Up to this point.
Oh, yeah, we
Harry
have...
no
so,
longer does.
even though last episode was called Winterfell, this entire episode was Winterfell.
Yeah.
Entirely.
Yeah.
Theon shows up.
Mm-hmm.
We forgot him last episode, because I think everyone's kind of forgotten about them.
Well, because he was only in a single scene where they saved Yara.
Which was pretty badass.
And then they said, well, we're going to get the Iron Islands back in case they need somewhere to fall back to.
Yes.
Which she is now doing, but Theon wants to fight for Winterfell.
Which I actually like.
Yeah.
Because he grew up in Winterfell,
Starks
and
are
he
coming
wants to... And in his own way, he wants to redeem himself. He's like, look, when I was fighting for Robb, I came back and I took Winterfell from my brother.
Yeah.
So now I was wrecked, I was broken, I was reek, I was all these things.
I got reeked.
But I want to fight for Winterfell now. I want to fight for the living, so let me fight for the living.
He had that moment in season 7 where he was talking to Jon, and Jon told him, "You're a Stark and you're a Greyjoy. You can be both, and you are both." And that's kind of the motivation for this, of him wanting to be there and be the Stark side of him.
Yeah. So everyone's the Black Watch, what are they called?
The Night's Watch.
The Night's Watch guys come back and they're like, hey, shit's going down tomorrow morning. Yeah. So everyone's like, all right, let's party.
Yeah.
Or it's
So
like,
everyone starts drinking.
Let's prepare. Let's just get ready because, ooh boy.
And this was definitely one of my favorite episodes in terms of characters interacting. Yeah. Because everyone
kind of what the episode's about is just characters having good interactions, because nothing else is happening.
Yeah, and a lot of it's like, yeah, we're gonna die tomorrow, so we might as well have a good time. So like, you get to see Tyrion drink and get drunk again.
I really like when they're sitting around the fire and Tyrion says, "I think we might live," and everyone's laughing like, "Nah, no way," and he's like, "Dude. What? We might."
Listen, you've been in the Battle of the Bastards. You survived Blackwater. Like, you kill a White Walker.
And he's like, how crazy is it, all the things we survived, and here we are. All people who at one point or another were opposing the Starks in some fashion, now fighting for Winterfell.
Now we're in their castle. Yeah, on that note, I think we're about to have a bloodbath, you guys.
Oh,
I legitimately think, because like, I thought this episode was going to be the battle.
Yeah, they made you like a lot of characters who are probably going to go bye-bye.
Here's something I haven't talked to you guys about that I saw one person mention. Okay, so Winterfell. What is under Winterfell?
The crypt.
The crypt.
What is the crypt full of?
Dead people.
All the dead Starks.
Yeah.
All the bones.
All the dead Starks.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter.
I think we're going to have a really terrifying family reunion next episode.
Oh, no.
And it's going to hurt because who is in the crypts right now? All the women and children. I think next episode is going to be a bloodbath.
Oh, no.
And I think Yara, is that her name, Yara, the sister, being in the Iron Islands isn't on accident. I think not seeing the Night King at Winterfell is not on accident. I think everything is going to converge at the Iron Islands at the end. I think everything's burning down to the ground. I think everyone's dying. I think they're setting up literally like double red wedding on us for real. Because I saw that crypt thing and I'm like, holy shit, that's disturbing.
Is there a limit on how long?
No, I don't think so.
A body has
because we've seen dudes who are basically skeletons.
Yeah, but they still have. But they're. I don't know.
Ned is not. I think Ned. We might see zombie Ned and zombie Rob.
Well, but that wouldn't mean anything. He doesn't have a head.
Oh, that'd be still cool though.
And his bones
maybe not him.
His bones were taken from King's Landing to Winterfell, so his bones. So all that I think if your body is somewhat connected still. Okay. I mean, I can't believe we're discussing the semantics of how the Night King can turn you into a White Walker.
Yes.
But if you're like somewhat put together.
Yes. Okay, not Ned then.
You're fine. But if you lost your head, you're done. It's like that's it.
Okay. But we got a Rob. We got a Catelyn.
Was Rob in Winterfell?
Well, I don't know. I
don't think Rob went to Winterfell. I think he's still down in the Twins.
Yeah. I don't know that not having a head means they can't come back.
Oh yeah, we're not
because we don't play by that rule.
I think we've seen whites
we've seen with
no legs.
Like they've established that like fire and dragon glass, and that's pretty much all they seem to know can kill them for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know that beheading works. My point being that we're not going to see Ned because Ned doesn't have a head. They're not going to like have the zombie carrying Ned's head to have that.
I think the Winterfell crypts are going to be a very bad situation.
Sure.
And I think because like the next episode they show a bunch of crypt stuff because I rewatched that teaser for next episode. So I think
it's gonna be wouldn't the Night King have to be there to waken the crypt?
Yeah.
And he might be at King's Landing.
Yeah. So either that. So it could go one of many ways, but I still think lots of people are going to die.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a bad episode.
Yeah.
I don't want her to die, but I think Lyanna Mormont's going to be one of the first to go.
Man, I think a lot of characters we like are going to go.
A lot of people, this episode served to remind you that it's like everyone who's left are people you like.
Yeah.
Like none of the people you want to see die are left outside of Cersei.
Grey Worm, Missandei are there, and they're like, ooh, like
Tormund, Podrick, Beric.
Every single one of those characters got a moment in this episode, and I'm like, you're down.
Gendry,
you're dying,
Arya,
you're dying.
Podrick was kicking ass.
He's singing songs. He's a great swordsman now. He's dying.
When I woke up, I should say when I woke up this afternoon, my roommate, he was watching that episode of Game of Thrones. So when I woke up this afternoon, I could hear when Podrick was singing the song.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just laying there, I'm going, oh no.
If you're right about that crypt thing, that little girl who said, I'll protect the crypts. Dead.
Dude, they introduced that little girl to turn into a zombie little girl. Are you kidding me? They did not introduce Shireen 2.0 not to kill that girl off.
No, what season was it with the Battle of Hardhome? Season 5? Yeah, where Jon Snow sees the Night King, and the Night King just shows up and it's like, come at me, bro.
That's still like the spookiest end of an episode where he's just like, what's up?
But you know that during that episode, that one wildling who was like very snarky and just like made of 100% sass.
Oh yeah.
I remember watching that episode for the first time. I'm like, man, I like her.
And then she gets...
No, that was literally my thought process. I was watching. I was like, man, I like her.
She's gonna be fine.
Oh no,
this isn't Game of Thrones.
30 minutes later, shing, dead, and then she becomes a White Walker.
The moment you like somebody.
That's the problem with shows like this and The Walking Dead. Like it's not necessarily like we know who's gonna die, but like when you start showing your characters love, that means they're going down. Because the show is not a lovely show. It's about sadness.
Like Brienne of Tarth. Well, Brienne of Tarth has a Valyrian steel sword, so I think she'll be okay.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. I mean, at least she'll give them a good fight.
Sir Brienne of Tarth.
Sir Brienne of Tarth, yes.
Yeah, that's one of the focal points of the episode is her getting knighted.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Although, I kind of like how Brienne was still a little hesitant because the camera had a shot on Jaime's hand with the sword in it.
Yeah, it's a bad hand.
And it looked a little like the blade was facing toward her, so she was still kind of like, I'm still not sure. And then he knights her and stuff, and it's all like, oh, it was really one of the most heartfelt moments in the entire episode.
And she's like doing her best not to bust out into tears.
Yeah,
and she gives like the biggest smile. Has she ever smiled?
Yes,
she has. She has. Yeah,
it's just like, oh yeah, she's happy. It's nice
because she's been like impressed with Arya and things like that. She's smiled before.
Oh yeah, the Hound and Arya.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
not going to sit up here with you two miserable
shits. Beric Dondarrion shows up, and then Arya's like, "You guys are a bunch of old farts. You guys are lame."
Yeah, and then
the Hound has one of my favorite lines in the episode, which is the one where he's saying, "The Lord of Light's going to be real confused why he brought you back 19 times to watch me throw you over this freaking wall."
I love that exchange between Arya, the Hound, and Beric Dondarrion, especially when he's like, "I'm just gonna chuck you over this wall and kill you now if you don't shut the hell up."
When do you guys think? I know we're still kind of recapping the episode, but when do you guys think that Melisandre is going to show up again?
I want to say
because I did the rewatch, I know she said, "I'll see you one more time before it's all over."
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. Do we know where she went?
She went to Marine. She went to the last time we saw Melisandre. She was in Marine, talking to Daenerys,
and she said, "You should talk to Jon Snow."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Why don't you talk to Jon Snow?" And she's like, "I'm banished."
And then no, it wasn't Marine. I lied. It was in Dragonstone.
Yeah.
She went to Dragonstone. She talked to she was talking to Varys, and she said she was going to go to Pentos. Oh no, Volantis.
Okay.
She went back to Volantis. So
she's not the type of person to like raise an army, right?
No. I'm just curious, why? Because they left that on the table that she's supposedly going to see Jon Snow specifically one more time before this is done.
Yeah. So.
Ooh, I wonder if that's like him dying kind of thing. Because she's got to reappear, right? But I wonder for what reason.
Who knows what she's going to do when she comes back.
Yeah.
She didn't say why she was going to Volantis, so...
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a Knights of the Vale situation where she's going to bring back a bunch of followers of the Lord of Light to fight for Jon Snow. But...
Another thing I did see, which counters my Night King going to King's Landing theory, is that Cersei's lying about bringing the army, but she's not bringing it to help. She's bringing it to conquer once the Night King has killed them. So any resistance that they were able to do to keep Winterfell, she's just going to come and slaughter. And I think that would also be like an opposite of Helm's Deep. Like, the Savior's here! Or from Battle of the Bastards, where Sansa comes and saves.
Yeah. How does that mess with your...
Because the Night King would come to King's Landing and destroy that army.
Sure.
And the Golden Fleet, or whatever they're
called.
Instead of them coming down.
And you're just saying, they'll come and wipe it out.
Yeah, because
But she's not... I don't think that'll happen in the show, because she's been very specific. She's not going to do that till the dead are dead, too.
Yeah.
Or weakened.
Yeah.
She wants to clean up when both armies are weak, and I don't think we're going to see that point.
Okay, yeah. Man,
I still like your theory of the Night King taking Icy Viserion to...
To be honest, it's not what I want.
Because
King's Landing,
I don't think
wrecking the Golden Company, and then Cersei's like...
I don't think it's a mistake that we haven't seen... Because the army's there. Yeah. You've seen the army. Where's the dragon? He would be flying around. I don't think it's a mistake that they're not showing him on purpose. I think we're going to get a sweet...
Not to mention, I think Winterfell's battle is a more tense but potentially winnable battle if his dragon isn't in play.
100%. Yeah. And I just imagine, it's like the whole battle is the entire episode. And then we're like, wait a minute, where's the Night King? We're trying to draw him out.
Everyone's because that's the plan, is to get the Night King to get there. Yeah. And they keep trying to hold the battle, but they're doing pretty well, but they're waiting for the Night King. And it's like, why isn't he showing up?
And then King's
cut
Landing.
to King's Landing. Yeah, exactly.
And then Jesse's like, oh boy.
Yeah.
That's my dream. That's my dream. Because that would wreck everyone's plans.
I feel like that's end of episode 3.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
If it's happening, it's end of episode 3. Is that everyone's like, why hasn't the Night King shown up yet?
And then you see
Bran's just chilling by the tree. What up, dude? Where you at?
And then the Night King just flies over King's Landing, and then Cersei's
Bran's just sitting there, and he's like, oh no.
Oh, that's not the plan.
And then the Night King is on Ice With Shane, and Cersei going,
yeah. I like that.
I like how the Night King's way of saying F you is shimmy.
Yeah, he's a shimmier. He's like to dance. So Bran's got the mark.
Yeah, the mark.
Which means which is it hasn't been brought up yet, right? That the Night King is after me. This is the first time he's said that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the first time he said. I mean, it's kind of been implied because of the way that he hounded after Bran.
Yeah.
When we lost Hodor.
Does that because there's a theory that Bran is the Night King? Does that at all help you towards that theory, or it's still you don't believe in that theory at all?
I don't
think so.
I don't believe in that theory.
Okay. Because I
don't think the two things are connected very well.
Okay. Because I think the idea of Bran warging into something dead will somehow interweave him into the Night King's story somehow. Because warging into something undead is not something he's done, so maybe that would cause some type of effect. That's just something I was reading about. I'm not sure, but because again, it's just he wants to destroy the world. I'm like, that's boring.
He wants to
kill Bran.
He wants to erase the history of the world.
Yeah.
He wants to wipe
Okay.
it clean and start over.
Okay, that's cool. It's like an environmental guy. He's like Thanos.
Yeah, he wants to clean it of its history.
Yeah, and Bran being the Three-Eyed Raven is like the memory of the world.
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Which is why he's able to go and be like, oh, hey, I saw Aegon and Lyanna get married.
Yeah.
I saw my dad fight the Sword of the Morning, and how he actually didn't really win that fight.
Yeah.
He's able to go back and be like, oh yeah, this happened.
Yeah.
Oh, like when when Peter Baelish died, he was like, hey, you put him next to my dad's throat, dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we think Bran knows the future? Is he Doctor Strange where he knows the outcome and he's just being coy?
I don't think he knows the future.
Okay.
I think he just knows stuff in the past. He's like one of those guys. He's like, hey, I can show you everything.
He knew Jaime was going to show up. Though.
Yeah.
So he knows past, present, and future.
I mean, but I think there's a limit to what he knows in the future.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the reason why he knows Jaime was going to show up is because he saw the exchange between Jaime and Cersei. And then he's just like, there's only one place he can go.
Yeah.
There's only one place.
I wonder if Bran can see anything in the past because of the Three-Eyed Raven's power, but he can only see things in his own personal future.
Oh, okay. Okay. I like that.
Because he's never known anything that's going to happen that wasn't something he was going to be there to see.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely not all-knowing of the future. If he was, he'd be helping them make a better plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he can only know what he's there for.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, I think there's a limit.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because then he'd be too powerful.
Yeah.
What else?
Definitely his future-seeing powers are not well established.
Yeah.
Tormund drinks giant's milk.
Tormund was 10 years old, and he killed a giant, and then he climbed into the bed of the giant's wife, and then that giant's wife thought he was a baby, and then he suckled on that giant's teat for 10 days. Giant's Bane. What a character,
Was
guys.
it 10 days?
It was 10 days.
10
I
days.
thought it was 3 months.
No, it said 10 days.
Okay.
Yeah. He said 10. I thought he said 10 days.
I thought he said 3 months.
That seems like a long time.
Who knows?
That's
wow.
the whole thing, is I thought it was a long time.
Oh, I thought 10 days is also a long time.
Suckled me at the teat for 3 months.
Anyway, he suckled on some giant titties for a long time.
And then he's drinking out of his drinking horn. And,
I got my own.
I don't know what.
And he's just sloppily
staring at Brienne the whole time.
Oh!
Like, yeah.
Well, he has so many great moments, because like when he first arrives, he steals the moment from Jon Snow and his good friend Ed.
Yeah, and he just swipes him. and
What's up,
grabs
John?
him.
And he's like, "Where's the big woman at?"
Yeah.
Like, oh man, you're
Is the big woman here?
What a character. So yeah,
Tormund's
definitely dead, right?
I hope not.
He's too good to stay alive. That's
I
the
love
problem.
him so much.
Yeah.
No, I don't want him. He's
Top of my
character.
list that I want to survive are Tormund and Brienne.
Yeah. Which is exactly the reason why they're gonna destroy our hearts.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably.
Let's see. Who else? So that drunken little chat.
That was great.
It was really
like,
nice.
when
yeah.
the characters, like when because first it was just Jaime and Tyrion talking. Also, I love when Tyrion's like, "I wish Father were here," and Jaime's like, "What?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, because we tried to destroy the Starks, and here we are in their castle defending it."
I know, he was saying, I'd love to see the look on Father's face when he realized both his sons were about to die defending Winterfell.
And then Jaime
And then
snorts.
Jaime just laughs, yeah.
Yeah, seeing them together
I
again.
kind of also like how Jaime's just like, "Yeah, everyone knows. It's no use keeping a secret. Yeah, I was sleeping with Cersei. Everyone knows this now. It's no big secret. It was the worst kept secret in all of Westeros, essentially.
Well, because of Cersei.
Yeah.
Like 3 seasons ago, Cersei started saying, I don't care.
Yeah, she
Sleep in my chamber. I don't give a crap. And he's like, yo.
We have appearances, dude.
Yeah, and she's like, "I'm Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. I do what I want, bitch."
Yeah, basically. Well, I mean, if Dany can do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
geez.
But not... Okay, so going off of that, but it's like, then Brienne comes in with Podrick, and then Sir Davos comes in, and he's like, no drinks for me, I just want to be by the fire. And then Tyrion's giving Pod, like, he's like a full cup of wine, he's like, "Yeah, here you go."
Well, Brienne's like, "We have a battle tomorrow, Pod," and it's like, "All right, half a glass."
Yeah.
And then Tyrion overpours a glass, and he's like, "Shh, it's fine." And I'm like, and Pod's like,
Podrick was Tyrion's one of the best
again, the
servicemen
reunions,
to Tyrion.
man.
Yeah, it was so great. And also seeing Podrick kick ass with a sword, he was just like nonchalantly just like whacking swords and bringing people down. It's like
he's almost like staring at Brienne. He's like, "I'm good, right? Check it out, good." And it's like, "Yeah, he's all right." And I'm like, "Girl, you know he's awesome. You know it."
that scene between Brienne and Jaime on the training grounds.
Oh,
where,
yeah.
Where she's like, "What do you want?" He's like, "What? Every time we talk, you insult me. You've done this. You've done this." He's like, "I'm not going to insult you." And he's like, "I hear you're commanding the right flank, and I want to I want to be under you.
I want to serve under you.
Because he can't fight. Because he's still, I mean, he can hold his own with his left hand. Well, no, that's my right. He'll hold his left hand. And, shut up.
He lost his dominant hand. It's hard.
Yeah, and I can't fight that well. Let me serve under you.
Yeah.
Let me fight with you so I can kick ass and take names once more.
Yeah.
Do we think one of them will confess their love to each other as the other one dies?
Well, I don't think Jamie loves Brienne.
No.
No? She loves him, though, for hard, sure.
I don't think so. I think
Really?
I think it's a hard respect.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like dead respect. Like when Bran, back to the trial of Jamie, the trial of Jamie Lannister, she vouches for him. She's like, look, Jamie had every chance to kill me.
Yeah.
He didn't. Jamie defended me when some guys were about to rape me.
Yes.
He got his hand chopped off for it. He gave me some personalized armor. He gave me his Valyrian steel sword. He armed me to protect, to keep his oath.
True.
He's a dick, but he's not a complete dick.
All true, but yes, she loves him.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Because Cersei says to her when she's in King's Landing, she said, you love him.
Like
and
a brother.
Brienne was... she said to Brienne, you love him, and she went... And she had no response.
No, she says like a brother, Your Grace.
No, she doesn't.
She does? I'm pretty damn sure she does.
She's
if she
caught
does,
completely
it's
off
not
guard.
true, my friend.
And
It is definitely love. 100%.
That you're thinking
Okay.
of... You're thinking of a different conversation with two different characters that happened in that same scene, which was related to the Knight of Flowers.
Oh,
he has
Loras Tyrell.
Yeah.
Loras Tyrell? All right.
He's talking to Jamie, and he makes that quip.
Oh.
Brienne is wordless to Cersei.
Oh. I have to rewatch that. It's been a while.
Because she would never say that kind of line to Cersei.
Right.
That's too snarky for her.
Yeah.
No, she's wordless. She loves him. I don't want her to. I want her to love Tormund. But
Yeah,
she definitely,
everyone wants
she
to.
definitely has romantic feelings for Jamie.
I believe it.
She does.
Yeah.
that's
Speaking
the
of
thing.
romance,
Yeah.
little baby Arya.
Oh, that
all,
was...
all grown up. I thought it was weird.
It felt weird.
For story reasons. She's grown up.
She's a grown woman. She's
about to possibly die. Like I get it.
I'll put it this way.
Yeah.
If we weren't watching a show and just reading the book, I don't think anybody would have thought it was weird.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I think it's the fact that we're watching someone who we watched as a little girl now
Grow up.
do this on the show weirds us out.
A couple years ago, she was she was a teenager.
Yes.
And now I've seen her boobies.
Yes.
And it's just weird to me.
No, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that feeling.
Yeah.
I do think that it is weird, but this is purely a watching a show, the actor thing.
It is.
This is not a character thing.
No, I agree.
If it happened in the book, nobody would bat an eye about
You're right.
it.
But for
It's just
character-
weird. Like I don't want to see my little sister.
But for character wise, like for Arya and Gendry hooking up, I'm like, yeah, I ship that.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine.
I'm-
'Cause
this
'cause
episode I'm into
they
it.
were the closest when they were going from King's Landing to Winterfell on the way up. Mm-hmm. They were like, hey, we're cool. We like each other.
Also, I saw a sweet image of season 1, episode 1, of Ned and Robert Baratheon walking in the crypt saying, one day we'll unite our houses.
Yeah.
Your son and my daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You have
and
a
it's
son,
them.
you have a daughter.
It might have been your bastard, but it still counts.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Man, this season is just wrapping up
He
everything. It's
also
great.
tells Arya that he is Robert's bastard because he never knew that.
Yes.
Until Melisandre told him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she didn't, and she's like, "Oh shit."
Although it was kind of weird, like I had a feeling that she was about to like jump on Gendry when they were alone together, and she was like,
Everybody did. We were
and
sitting
she
there
was
going,
like,
"Who?
Ooh. Like when she was taking off her gloves and she was like,
Yeah,
how many
yeah.
women? And Gendry's all like, was like, I didn't keep count. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
But
Like,
I was
Jesus,
watching
Arya.
earlier next to Ryan. I was watching Leslie Jones watch that scene.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh no, Arya, I can't watch this." Like, I get it. It is purely a we've watched the show kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it violates the character at
It doesn't.
all.
It doesn't.
So I am also that weirded out part of it, but I do recognize that is a watching a show actor problem. It's not.
This is our ghost, by the way.
It's
Yeah.
not a. We got my pupper here.
Yeah.
It's not a character issue.
No.
More importantly, she gets a sweet double-sided.
Double-sided spear.
Darth Maul now.
Yeah.
She's definitely
With
going to be
Dragonglass.
Oh, yeah.
killing some White Walkers like that. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
dude. It's going to be great.
Well, Needle isn't made of Valyrian steel, so it can't do much.
I thought Valyrian Steel does hurt.
Valyrian
also.
steel does, but Needle isn't made of
Oh,
Valyrian
sorry.
steel.
Needle's not made of it. You're
Yeah.
right.
Now, here's...
Cover it in adamantium, baby.
Well, here's my question. Valyrian steel. People always talk about how great Valyrian steel is. My theory is, I mean, they're making weapons out of dragon glass, obviously, and like Gendry has like this kick-ass axe, and she's like, "Hey, you need to make it stronger." Smack! It's
pretty,
strong enough, girl.
strong.
I know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
Do you think that Valyrian steel is just like steel and obsidian dragonglass like mixed together to form a finer metal?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Because I know the books.
Because it doesn't work as well as dragonglass.
No.
If it had dragonglass in it, it should work as well against White Walkers.
I understand like where you're going, like where they might develop it, but I don't. I think it's just like.
Or maybe Valyrian steel was just made with a certain form of like. Because George R. R. Martin himself has said that his books are low magic.
Yeah.
He says like, look, it's a fantasy, but it's a low magic fantasy. I don't have a lot of magic in it. So it could have been like back in the days of old Valyria, when they crafted Valyrian steel, they weaved spells into it, so they could. So they were like, hey, this is Valyrian steel. The spells are in here forever, so this is a good sword for White Walkers.
I wonder. I wonder if that's
one sword
stuff.
catches on fire, so you know these things can.
Well, that's because of the Lord.
The Lord of Light.
But that's a type of magic.
No, you're
right. It is a magic thing.
I don't know, Ben. It's a good question.
Yeah.
I really want, because I was hoping that somewhere along the line they figure out we can make Valyrian steel again, because Valyrian steel is one of the most rare and most precious metals.
I think it's a case like if we're talking about Marvel comics, like it's vibranium and adamantium. It's just they're like two very strong different metals.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam gives
Valyrian
Jorah...
steel is like it's just to show like, yo man, like if you have a sword, like you're badass, you're royalty.
We're talking about the Valyrian steel. Sam gives Jorah his house sword.
Yeah, he does.
Heartsbane, that was a good scene. Like even before that, he was talking to Lyanna Mormont, and he was like, "Hey, I don't want you to fight because you're the lead." She's like, "I don't give a shit,
dude." It's awesome seeing this like 10-year-old say like, "I don't care what you have to say, old man."
Yeah,
that's so cool.
And apparently that actress, she was interviewed, and they're like, "Hey, what's the thing you're gonna miss?" She's like, I'm gonna miss like telling men to shut up."
Yeah,
or something along those lines. I can't remember the quote.
Bringing down the patriarchy.
Putting a bunch of older men in their place.
Yeah, man, this girl is a badass.
Yeah.
I pray she lives, but I'm scared she's not going to.
I'm scared for everyone. Honestly, I'm scared.
You're scared for everyone.
Like at this point, like anyone can go.
Next Sunday, we're gonna be watching Thrones. We're gonna be just like like biting our nails the whole time.
What's Jorah's father's name? I forget.
Gior.
Gior? Yeah, he was the old Knights Commander guy. He was a really cool dude.
Lord Commander.
Yeah, and he taught Sam how to be a sweet dude. So in return, Sam's like, "Yo, your dad's great. Here's my Valyrian steel sword. Because I'm not a good fighter. You're pretty dope, though." Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, thanks, man."
Well, also, even in season 7, Jon tries to give Longclaw back to Jorah.
Yeah, the proper sword to him, and Jorah says, "No,
my family
don't deserve that."
He's like, "Hey, my family hated me. I disgraced them, so
he made the pommel for you, Jon. It's your sword."
Yeah.
It's nice that a sword came back around because of his father. In a way, I think that's a really nice moment.
And Jorah, he's holding Heartsbane. He's like, "All right, I'll wield it in his memory. I'll do it for him." Yeah. I'm like, good for you, Jorah. Yeah. Also, Jorah talking to Dany is like, "Yo, Tyrion's messed up, but you should."
Yeah, that was great.
That was
because Tyrion is slowly just like, man, he's not the level he used to be.
No,
he's still smart, but like he just keeps making mistakes, and Dany's not taking it.
And honestly, the whole thing was just he believed Cersei.
Yeah.
And he thought the fact that she was pregnant.
Prior to that, it's not that he made mistakes, but he and Dany butted heads because it was the whole thing where he wanted her not to burn the Tarleys.
Yeah.
He wanted her not to go about things that way, and she's like, sometimes you have to do these things because he was wrong about... That was the other mistake. He was wrong about conquering...
the slave place?
Nope. The Lannister place.
Oh, Casterly Rock.
Casterly Rock.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He was wrong about them being at Casterly Rock.
Right.
And so they'd actually attack their forces in a different place.
Mm-hmm. That's right, okay.
And mess them up.
But Jorah's like, listen, he's really smart and you really need him, so, like, don't push him away. I promise you. Like, you're gonna need him when this is all over.
Jorah's like, I didn't like him, but he's got it. Yeah. He's got it where it counts.
It's like, you need his mind. Make sure he lives.
Yeah. Do you think he's still, like... hoping that he can get with her, or is he totally past that at this point?
Jorah?
Yeah. I wasn't looking for it as the older seasons where clearly he's in love with her. Did you still get that feeling?
I think he still loves her, but I think I don't think it's something he's trying to make happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been trying, to be fair, I don't think he's been trying to make it happen most of the time and the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something he ever thought was possible or that she would want him.
Yeah.
It's just that he did love her.
Okay.
And I think that he still does, but I think I don't think that's something he ever thinks he'll have.
Okay, just curious.
I don't think it's something he's trying to get either.
Yeah.
I don't think he's trying
just
to
the
earn
fact
it
that
in a
he's
way.
in her good graces again is enough.
Yeah. For Jorah, I have to agree with Sparkz here. He was like, you know what? I love her, and she knows I do, but there's no way I'm gonna ever have her. So I'm just gonna do the best I can. It's one of those things where he's like, man, this sucks. I want what I can't have, but you know what? I'm gonna fight for her anyways.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm that devoted to her.
This was our episode to be happy with all of our characters.
Before the blood starts pouring.
For real, guys, I think next week is gonna be terrible. I think it's gonna be rough.
Got very dark in here.
Yeah, the lighting.
Yeah.
The lighting got real weird. Speaking of weird, why is Ghost just here all of a sudden?
Yeah,
where's the scene where she miraculously jumps in and kills a white to save John? She just shows up.
Well, Ghost was there when he came back to Winterfell.
But like,
in season 7, but he left Ghost behind because he went to go see Dany. And
I'm just saying,
just haven't seen Ghost since then because
people care about that dog a lot.
I understand, but I mean, like, the Ghost didn't come out of nowhere. Ghost was in Winterfell. We just hadn't been back there with John for a long time, and there wasn't like the first time John's been back since he went to go see Dany was the last episode, and we were doing all that other stuff to set up. So we saw Ghost now.
I'm just saying, we see Ghost once, and it's just like he's just like in the side.
Yeah,
somewhere.
he's just chilling on top of the wall.
And I'm just like, give me a little bit more. It's a little bit.
I'm pretty sure Oh my god, if Ghost doesn't live, I'm gonna be so mad.
Ben, bring a tissue box.
I'm not bring a tissue.
Do you think?
If Nymeria has been able to live this whole time by herself, Ghost better.
Is she chilling in the woods?
She's still chilling in the woods. Yeah.
That's who I was thinking of. Then sorry, she's gonna appear with a pack of wolves and kill some whites.
That's two direwolves still alive.
Ghost has just been hanging out.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
And even then, when Arya was with when what we think is Nymeria, because she says like that's not you. So Nymeria could have mated and bred with other with wolves to create a new race of direwolves.
Wait, what?
No,
because
she says that's not you because she's been out in the wilderness for a long time, not because that's not actually her.
Oh.
It's just like, I don't recognize you anymore.
Okay. Well, she doesn't have... never mind. I lost my point.
I see what you were trying to say, but yeah. Like, I think that was Nymeria, just like she was gone for so long in the woods, like, oh, you're back to being a wild animal. Yeah. I don't recognize you as being domesticated.
But she doesn't, she decides to have the wolves leave Arya, so she at least recognizes Arya on some level.
But I do think we're going to see a super cool return.
Yeah.
And then she'll die.
A whole pack of wolves find the White Walkers.
Hell yeah, dude. It's going to be the Chris Pratt moment.
Nah, fighting the Ice Dragon.
No, they got to kill a giant. I got to kill a giant.
Oh, yeah.
They're just be like, it's going to be that Raptor T-Rex moment.
Giants.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we do. all those.
Where's Tormund getting Giant's milk now?
I think he was just drinking sour milk.
I'm sure he was.
He's got a reservoir
but
somewhere.
It's still like, dang, dude.
Do we think... why are all the Night King's generals look the exact same? They're all just bearded, long-haired dudes. All the whites look different. Why do they all look like brothers?
I think just because the Night King himself turned those guys personally.
So they all look like clones? That's fine.
I don't know.
Because
remember... This is going way, way back, but remember the baby that Craster gave up, and the White Walkers take, and the Night King sees the baby, puts his finger to it, and the baby's eyes turn blue? Maybe because the Night King himself turned those people, they grew up into those whites.
I feel ya. Okay.
Into those White Walkers.
Yeah. You're right.
Whereas if you die...
really fast.
Yeah. Whereas if you just get like slaughtered or you just get killed by a regular zombie, they can turn you in there and you're still like
you're just
a zombie. You're not a White Walker.
We still
you weren't gifted.
We don't get any explanation of like Benjen and how that works.
The Children of the Forest. He was about to become a White Walker, but the Children of the Forest saved him.
Okay,
but he can't get past the wall.
The same way that they created the Night King. They did the same thing to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he can't get past the wall because he said that there are strong magics built inside the wall.
Dead. And that seems like a plot thread that was like brought up. Like, hey, there's like...
I genuinely think that's one of the things where that was a loose string because of the books.
Yeah.
And then we got to the show and they don't know where the Benjen thing is going.
They
do, but like there's no good way to do it without following George's specific narrative, and he doesn't have it written out, so they're like, all right, I guess let's just do our own thing.
I almost just kind of wish, because that opens up like Pandora's box of like, oh, you can have like half whites? What does that mean for, the future? Right. But like, who knows? So there's crazy theories that like the Starks or the Targaryens or someone, they were like the original White Walkers, so that's why they're involved. Do you believe in any of that crazy stuff?
No.
Just throwing things out there.
No.
Yeah, they're just White Walkers.
No, because Aegon the Conqueror didn't conquer until after the Long Night was over. So the first men already beat back the White Walkers and built the wall.
Yeah.
The wall was part of the Seven Kingdoms before when they were still Seven Kingdoms, and then Aegon showed up because all the Targaryens were still chilling and partying in Valyria. Yeah, they didn't have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
They had their dragons. Dragons were like, nah, we ain't gonna fly over that narrow sea. We're just gonna chill here in Valyria. Volcano comes and the doom of Valyria happens, and Aegon's like, nah, screw this noise. I'm bouncing. Peace, bitches.
Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Volcanoes in Westeros. Wow.
Yeah. So it was the dragons never went to Westeros until Aegon and his sisters showed up.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
this has been brought to you by Ben Magnet, who actually reads the lore.
There you go.
Or tries to. Anyway.
I had read the first book a while ago. Any other threads that we're missing out?
I don't think so.
A lot of Winterfell shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though this episode wasn't called Winterfell.
The singing, the Podrick singing was nice and ominous.
That's a song from the books apparently, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. The scene between Jon and Dany because when we see him in the crypt, Sparkz were like, oh no, he's in front of Lyanna.
Yeah.
You thought he was looking at Denton.
I thought he was looking at
it's definitely Lyanna.
Of course it was Lyanna, and it makes sense because he realized, oh, that's my mom. And then Dany shows up and she's like, hey, who's that? Lyanna Stark, and she's like, oh yeah, my brother really did her dirty. Huh?
So
and he's like, no, he loved her. And he tells her, I'm like, this is the worst time to tell.
Yeah, no, right before a battle.
To tell you've been cold shouldering her all. And Dany even notices it, like after.
But he's an honorable dude.
Yeah,
he's Ned Stark's son in a way.
In a way,
so
no, he is Ned Stark's son.
Yeah.
And he tells her, and she's like, no, that's not possible. It's like, Bran knows how. Well, whatever Bran has, but Sam confirmed it.
That's super funny too because she's like, okay, so there's this weird theory that your best friend and your brother both happen to discover. That's really coincidental, isn't it, Mr. Jon Snow? And he's like, listen, girl, I promise.
Yeah.
Brr, the horn.
And that's the thing is also Dany has and it's coming clearer and clearer with each season, I think. But Dany has an unhealthy obsession with being queen.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any Mad Targaryen that's happening in this?
I don't know, but like as well fit to be the queen as she is, as we've seen over the seasons, that she would be a good person to be the leader. There's also this dangerous obsession with it.
Yeah.
This
she even said
this unwilling to bend in certain places where it's like you could though.
Yeah. Her entire life has been to get the throne.
Unwilling to let Sansa have her disrespect for her. She's like, she has to respect me.
I'm the queen.
I'm the queen, and it's like unwilling to bend in any direction.
What I like about the Dany Jon confrontation is, so she just found out that she's banging her nephew. That's not the problem for her.
No.
Incest is not the problem here. It's that he could take the throne from her.
Right.
Incest is not even the problem. That's even crazier because she's like, yeah, whatever, we're related, whatever. You want to rule? And like, oh, Dany, come on, man.
Well, the Targaryens of old married their...
No, that's true.
So for her, she doesn't really give a shit. I feel like she doesn't care all that much.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't know that she doesn't care.
But it's not important.
Yeah,
it's just not as important.
It's one of those things where that part is taking a backseat to, you can take the throne away from me. Yeah. I'm the one who's been promised this throne. I've been wanting this throne. I've been fighting for this damn thing all my entire life. And now... by literal rights, he can take it from me for something I've been fighting my whole life for. This is bullshit.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like incest is not.
And then
it's not nothing new to this.
It's like one of those things where she's like just like mulling over. Then a few hours later, she's like, "Oh no, he was my nephew. I've been banging my nephew. No."
Yeah.
Not just banging. I'm in love with.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
it's real. Man, I'm really excited to get to this battle finally.
Yeah.
Because I'm ready for my heart to be broken. Because I know it's going to happen. We can't have another episode where nothing happens. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but like, we have to have consequences happen for the final season.
Yeah.
So like, get ready, guys. Everyone's dying. Oh boy.
Oh man.
Who do you think doesn't die?
Jon and Dany.
I feel real confident. I feel pretty confident Tyrion and Jaime don't die.
I think a lot of the secondary characters
because that Bronn stuff still needs to get resolved, and I don't think that Tyrion and Jaime will die there.
Honestly,
I don't think Bronn and Jaime will die at the Battle of Winterfell. I think Jaime will die before the season is over.
Fair enough.
I think Tyrion.
I'm really just talking next episode. Who's dying?
Because someone's got to kill Cersei.
And
it's not going to be a White Walker.
Night King.
It's Nah. Maybe actually.
I'm thinking Ed's gonna die.
I think Tormund's gonna die.
I think Great Tormund might.
I know you don't want to, but think of how good it's gonna be when, like how impactful it's gonna be.
I don't want it.
I think Davos.
Tormund survives so much.
It just got super
dark.
The
clouds.
Yeah, clouds. Tormund, I want to live, but I have a feeling he can get hurt really bad.
Pod or Gendry, one or the other is gonna die.
I think Pod.
Yeah,
Podrick's gonna die.
Podrick's probably gonna die.
Podrick's gonna die.
Barrick's done.
Barrick's he's out. He's gonna die for real this time.
He only gets 19, not 20 lives. Damn it.
Yeah, he's done. He did.
That's it.
Because his priest is dead, right? Or something?
Yeah,
I don't think Brienne is gonna die in this battle. I think Brienne's gonna.
I will agree. I don't think Brienne is gonna die in the next episode. I'll say that. I don't think the next episode is her death.
I will say, I think there's 4 episodes left. I think next episode will be the heaviest in-death episode. Because it's where the big battle's taking place.
Yeah.
I think. Because think of where these are all the major characters.
Sure.
Like, all we have left that's not here are Cersei and Yara. Really. So, like...
And the mountain.
Do you think Grey Worm's gonna die? I don't think Grey Worm's gonna die. I don't think...
Yeah, I do think Grey Worm dies.
Her...
Eventually or in this episode?
Grey Worm or Missandra, yeah.
I could see
Melisandre's gonna live.
You know what?
No,
Missandra. I could see her dying.
You see her dying?
This next episode.
I feel like we're gonna see a lot of like people dying in arms.
And it'll make Grey Worm real upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I next episode might as well just be called Bloodbath, I think. Episode 3, Bloodbath.
Or the Battle of Winterfell.
Or Endgame.
We are in the Endgame now.
Man.
Yeah,
Sure. We're seeing that on Thursday.
So there you go.
Holy crap, we are
talk about lots of endings, lots of
deaths.
Yeah. What a month, what a week.
What a weekend of who
death.
knows.
Oh boy.
And we have no idea what we're heading into.
No, we don't.
Very excited.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys got any other things?
We saw the preview.
For
Not
next
a lot of battle stuff.
It's just the battle stuff.
We went back and looked at that dragon one real close to be sure that wasn't the Night King because we wanted to know if that theory was still valid, and it's not the Night King.
It's definitely
Dany.
It's Dany.
It's Dany with one of her dragons. So we still don't know where the Night King is.
I'm gonna be really happy. If
it's a good theory.
If he does show up here, I won't be mad. But if we get that King's Landing shot,
you know what?
Yeah.
I wasn't totally sold on it as a possibility until they said their plan was to lure him after Bran and kill him, and I'm like, well, then he ain't there.
Yeah.
No.
Like, if that's the plan, then he's not there.
He's not gonna be there.
Dragons fly fast, you guys. We would have seen that dragon, I think.
Well, obviously, because you saw Dany go from Dragonstone to past the wall.
Yeah.
To save Jon. And
we're in fast travel mode with that season, though.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Oh, you got something to say, Ghost? Right in the camera. Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, I'm real excited.
Yeah.
Real excited. Yeah.
We're gonna cry.
We're
so gonna cry.
I almost teared up watching somebody get knighted. So I'm probably gonna cry watching my favorite characters die. Yeah. Well, I think that'll do it.
Yeah.
It was a nice, sweet episode to be like, remember your friend's fondly.
Yeah, it's like a nice hot cocoa before you get slapped in the face.
Yeah, it was a nice little moment.
And I feel like the entire internet is like, oh man,
yeah,
we're all ready for it.
Yeah.
Episode Bloodbath. All right.
Just get off here.
Yeah. If anyone wants to get off.
Just stop here, have your own headcanon, you never have to watch Game of Thrones.
No, see, if you just end Game of Thrones here, perfect ending. Everyone's happy. Sure. We're just hanging out in Winterfell.
Uh-huh.
What zombies?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I guess that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So we'll be back to talk about more Game of Thrones
next week.
Next week.
Heck yeah!
After the next episode, and prior to that, we'll be doing a lot of work on our podcast. It will be showing up on this YouTube channel. We are posting about Avengers Endgame this week and all our Marvel.
I'm sure you've heard of it.
All our Marvel film work, and we're also dropping. You boys have some Basement Arcade dropping this week.
Yeah, we're doing Shadow of the Colossus, a nice let's play of that amazing video game. So that's coming soon.
It is.
Yep. I'm Sparkz Witty. You can find me on Instagram at SPARKZ Witty.
I'm Ben Magnet. You can find me on the internet at BenMagnet27 for Instagram and Twitter.
DJ Tony Snark at everything, just everywhere, all the time.
All the stuff.
We're all part of the Fake Nerd Podcast. Find that wherever you listen to podcasts, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. Rate, review, subscribe.
Thanks. And bring your tissues for next week.
Stay fake nerds.
Stay fake nerds.